Thank you, Emilia, for the answer. Now, I think we can go to the third question. Could you please give a little bit information about what are the important questions or suggestions that you are expecting from a student during the motivation interview, and approximately how many minutes this may last, and is it online and by Skype or Teams? Could you please give a detailed instructions about the interview?
Yeah, so we organize our interviews on Google Meets at the moment, and students receive a link with a specific calendar of the officer that is responsible for their study program, so they can find a time that is suitable for them and just book the interview time. And interviews typically last 15 minutes. That is the baseline. It could be a little less or a little more, but generally it is a 15-minute long interview. So, like I said, we want to make sure that the person is really motivated to study, specifically that study program, and they have a strong motivation, to move across the world, to study in a different country. Of course, that might be a challenging thing as well for young people. So we want to make sure that they are prepared to face those challenges that come with moving abroad. They know something about the country that they're coming to, the culture that they will have to get accustomed to. So we sort of try to evaluate their general preparedness and motivation.
And also you will be asking certain things about their family background or financial background.
No, not really. Financial background is important when it comes to the migration procedures, to make sure that the person has the sufficient funds to live in Lithuania. So the migration department, when they evaluate your application, they will take into consideration, and they will need to see proof of funds. We also require students to provide that for us, just to make sure. But during the interview, we don't really focus on the family background or money questions, just general sort of personal motivation and preparedness of the applicant.
And the interview is usually organized by you, and then somebody from the concerned department will be sitting for the interview, or it's just you?
Yeah, it's us admission officers. We have each officer has certain study programs that they're overlooking. So we are interviewing students just based on that.
Okay. And for the interview, the student must have an awareness about their subjects and their modules and the contents, and maybe why do they exactly want to study that particular program is also important to know, yes, from our side.
Of course. If we see that the applicant really did their research about the study program and they know what kind of subject they will study, then of course it shows us that the person is motivated as well. But generally we don't expect expert knowledge in the field, of course, but just, if an applicant says that they are interested in business, for example, so we might question why or how does that interest manifest. We sort of try to get the general idea. But of course, I would also like to say that sometimes our applicants are very well prepared for the interviews, and it seems like they're a bit too well prepared because they're giving sort of rehearsed answers. So I would like to say that it would be best if you could speak naturally, on the spot, because if a person is just giving rehearsed answers, it is hard for us to evaluate, how much they really know and can speak
and their
about
language
themselves.
proficiency.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So, dear students and parents, we would like to inform you that these are the main important things that a university admission officer will be asking to you during the interview. But basically, it is to evaluate your language proficiency and to evaluate how motivated you are, and also to check if you are a genuine student, and also to know that you will be able to adapt to the Lithuanian community, to Lithuanian culture, things like that. So please make sure that you are spontaneous. You will be able to answer the questions in a very spontaneous way, not just by hearting everything from the internet or by training, maybe by consultants, but it's not going to work like that. You need to be very well prepared. At the same time, you are supposed to explain everything by yourself, okay? So please take care about all these aspects. For that, you need to have really good English language proficiency. Otherwise, people or students may get stuck in between if they are by hearting everything and then expect the university officials to ask the questions 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4 like that. So please don't do that, okay? Thank you.